It's now time for the Rebro Sports full game recap. We go all the way back December 10th, the year 2024, when the Nashville Predators were back at Bridgestone Arena for a one-night stand versus the Calgary Flames. Head coach Andrew Brunette, for the moment, deploys his line combinations and defense pairings in the following way. And there are some injuries starting to mount up. Gus Nyquist, a late scratch due to illness. Forsberg, Stamkos, and Marchessault make up your new and somewhat sounding impressive first line. Parson, Svechkov, and LaRue, Jankowski, Novak, Evangelista. That combination should sound familiar from last season. Smith, McCarron, and Sissons make up your fourth line. On the defense, Willsby being asked to step up in a huge way and pair up with the captain Roman Josi on the top pair. Shea and Blankenberg, Del Gaizo, and Schenn make up your third defensive pairing. And UC Saros gets the start on home ice in net. We are 1 minute and 8 seconds into the game, and it's UC Saros with the first action coming with a save on Anderson. That's the first shot on goal of the game at the 2:08 mark of the first period. It's Calgary off to the box with bench minor. Too many men on the ice. UC Saros would have to come up with a big save on Backlund, though, on the shorthanded rush. The Predators would not generate much offense at all. At the 7:45 mark of the first period, it's Jonathan Marchessault breaking through for the Nashville Predators. His sixth goal of the season is a sweet redirect in the low slot off of Steven Stamkos' feed. That puts the Preds on top 1-0, and Bridgestone Arena rocking early on a Tuesday evening. 10:07 now of the first period. Vladar comes up with a save on Willsby, crashing the slot hard. Had some good time and space and could not pick the corner. 10:22 of the first. It's Kadri with his ninth goal of the season, tying the game up for Calgary. 1-1 now. Saros loses the rebound, and the Flames are able to pounce first on it, bringing the jam, and they are awarded the goal right here. Preds follow up immediately. 30 seconds later at 10:52 of the first period, Tommy Novak, that's right, all he does is make plays, at least this time. His fourth goal of the season, it's Jankowski with a no-look pass to the weak side for Tommy Novak to finish the play off. The Preds restore their one-goal lead, now leading 2-1 at the 11:07 mark of the first period. UC Saros coming up with a save on Backlund at the 14:42 mark of the first. It's Vladar coming up with a save on Tommy Novak. 15:25, we see Del Gaizo off to the box. 2 minutes for holding. The Predators' PK would be outstanding, not giving up a single shot against, and Cole Smith deserves notation for doing some extra hard work out there. 17:44, back to 5-on-5 hockey, and it's Vladar coming up with a save on Jonathan Marchessault. At the 19:48 mark, a very kooky play right here, and yes, I used that word on purpose. Saros comes up with a save on Coleman's jam attempt after the puck went from the top of the net off of UC Saros' back and then rolled into the blue paint. Calgary does get to it first, but UC Saros able to stop the play dead right there. It's really quite a surprise it didn't just roll in right off of UC Saros. End of the first period finds us with a 2-1 Nashville Predators lead, and the shots on goal even at 8 apiece. To start the second period, some bad news for the Nashville Predators. The captain, Roman Josi, did not return from the locker room, and he will not return for the remainder of this game. 2:17 now of the second period. It's Vladar coming up with a save on Schenn at the 2:27 mark of the second period. It's Rooney scoring his third goal of the season. He beats Schenn to the low slot for the tap, and Schenn, no awareness whatsoever of Rooney slipping right behind him, and it seemed like he had him covered the whole way until he didn't, and then Rooney found himself scoring the tying goal of this game. 2 apiece now. Schenn looking pretty awful out there on the defense. 3:52 of the second period. Now it's Saros coming with a save on Backlund. 6:36 of the second. It's Saros coming with a save on Kadri. And 7:41 now of the second period. It's Jonathan Marchessault. That's right, Jonathan Marchessault scoring his second goal of the game for the Nashville Predators, the 7th of the season. His first multi-goal game as a Nashville Predator. Another redirect, this time of Forsberg's backhand feed. And this was another very impressive hard crash to the net, putting the Predators back on top now by a score of 3-2. Back and forth affair. 7:59 now the second. It's Saros coming with a save on Zari. 9:21. Saros a save on Ball. 9:42. Saros coming with a save on Anderson, plus the follow-up by Kadri. The Calgary Flames starting to pour on the offense right here. And here we find ourselves at 12:21 of the second period with Coleman hitting the post for the Calgary Flames. And 13:49 the Flames do break through. It's Pahal with his first goal of the season. It was a wrist shot through traffic. Saros never saw this one coming. Too many bodies in front. I'm not even sure he was aware that the shot was taken. This game is tied up at 3 apiece. So for the third time in this game, the Preds got out 1-0, and it was tied at 1 piece by the Flames. Preds got up 2-1, tied at 2 by the Flames. Preds got up 3-2, now tied at 3 by the Flames. The Flames have come back 3 times now from a 1-goal deficit. 16:48 mark of the second period. It's Jankowski off the box, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct, and this is unfortunately a turning point in a bad way for the Nashville Predators. A preventable penalty that Mark Jankowski could have avoided just by simply stopping the conversation he was having with the referee, but he chose to continue doing so. Therefore, the Nashville Predators are put in a very bad spot by Jankowski. Saros comes up with a save on Backlund, and then Huberdeau with his 10th goal of the season was some rebound gem. The Calgary Flames have their first lead of the game with a score of 4-3. That takes us to the intermission. The Calgary Flames are out shooting the Nashville Predators 24-13. The Preds only had 5 shots on goal in the second period, while the Calgary Flames had 16 shots on goal in the second period. We flip over to the back sheet and we pick things up. The 1:59 mark of the third period. It's UC Saros coming with a save on Zari at 3:07 mark of the third. It's Saros coming with a save on Kadri all alone in the slot, and this was a huge save by UC Saros. 5:26 of the third. It's Saros coming with a save on Huberdeau at the 6:49 mark of the third period. Vladar coming with a save on Del Gaizo at 8:04 of the third period. Vladar coming with a save on Tommy Novak. 12:32 now. Backlund off to the box minutes for cross-checking on Svechkov. Svechkov doing another good job, earning another power play for his Preds team, and the Preds have an opportunity to get back in it, down by 1. Vladar comes up with a save on Svechkov, earned the power play, now gets the first good scoring chance of the power play, but the Flames are able to block multiple chances, multiple shots on goal, and without Captain Roman Josi out there to QB the power play, it seemed even more lifeless than usual. 15:14 of the third period. Saros comes up with a save on Coronado. 18:28 of the third with the extra attacker on. Vladar comes up with a save on Blankenberg. Then at 19:03, Vladar comes up with a save on Stamkos. At 19:17 of the third period, the home crowd jumps out of their seat. Marchessault starts to raise his arms, but the puck hits the left post. Jonathan Marchessault makes the bid for the hat trick and the tying goal, off by just a half an inch right here. 19:29 of the third. The Preds last opportunity with the extra attack run. Vladar comes up with a save on Philip Forsberg. Final buzzer goes, and the Calgary Flames come back 3 separate times and win a 1-goal game on the road. Flames not the best team in the NHL, but they sure got it done from the second period on in this one. They win this game 4-3. They do outshoot the Nashville Predators 28-19. So the Predators only managed to get 8 shots on goal in the first period. They only managed to get 5 shots on goal in the second period, and they only managed to get 6 shots on goal in the third period when they were, in fact, trailing the entire way. Marchessault did have the look on the post at the end. Marchessault, by far his best game. The Predators' top guys were playing at a much better level. 3 goals, impressive for the Nashville Predators, that is, who only averaged 2.21 per game and have the worst offense in the NHL. The big names stepped up. The Predators got the goals. They did not get the goaltending. They certainly did not get the defense in this one. And the Calgary Flames are able to slide out of Bridgestone Arena with their second victory of the season against this Nashville Predators team. They'll play one more time before the end of the season. We've got a box score, we've got analysis, we've got so much more coming up, and we'll see if we get an update on the Roman Josi injury while we're checking things out during the break. So we'll be right back on the Renegades of Puck podcast.